Good day. Welcome to another series of Chemistry Just Got Easier with our tutors. In today's class, we are going to be solving some examples on empirical and molecular formula. Let's take a look at the example we have on the board. An organic compound on analysis yielded 2.04 gram carbon, 0.34 gram hydrogen, and 2.73 gram oxygen. Question A says calculate the empirical formula. And question B says, if the relative molecular mass of the compound is 60, calculate its molecular formula. So, question A. An organic compound on analysis yielded carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So, we have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Now, it yielded the mass of carbon is 2.04 gram. 2.04 gram. The mass of hydrogen is 0.34 gram. 0.34 gram. And the mass of oxygen is 2.73 gram. 2.73 gram. Now, the next step is we've known their mass. The next step is to convert the mass to mole. How do we convert the mass to mole? We divide it by their relative atomic mass, or we say molar mass. So, the the relative atomic mass of carbon is 12. For hydrogen is 12. Is 1 rather. For oxygen is 16. So, when you input 2.04 divided by 12 into the calculator, you have 0.17. So, you have 0.17. Here, 0.34 divided by 1, you have 0.34. 2.73 divided by 16, you have 0.17. So, now after you have converted the masses to mole, the next step is to divide through by the smallest mole. Now, we have 0.17, 0.34, 0.17. So, the smallest mole is 0.17. So, you have 0.17, 0.17, 0.17. Of course, 0.17 divided by 0.17 gives 1. 0.34 divided by 0.17 gives 2. 0.17 divided by 0.17 gives 1. So you can down write C. The number of atoms for C is 1, that is C or C1. H is 2, H, 2, and O is 1, O. So this is equal to the words empirical formula. Empirical formula. Now, question B. Question B says, in the relative molecular mass of the compound, that is when you add the atomic masses of the elements in the compound, you have 60. Calculate its molecular formula. In the previous class, we learned that the molecular formula is a multiple of the empirical formula. So it simply means that the molecular formula will be equals to CH2O. This is the molecular formula, a multiple of the empirical formula. But the question says the relative molecular mass of the compound is 60. 60. So it means that when you add up everything here, you have 60. So you have CH2ON is equals to 60. Now we have one atom of carbon, and a relative atomic mass of carbon is 12. So that will be 12 times 1 plus, don't forget this should be in a bigger bracket, 2 hydrogen. The relative atomic mass is 1. And we have 2 atoms of hydrogen. 1 times 2. Oxygen. The relative atomic mass of oxygen is 16. And we have 1 atom of oxygen. That is 16 times 1. Don't forget we have N. This N. And everything then is equals to 60. So 12 times 1 gives 12. 2 times 1 gives 2. 60 times 1 gives 16. And don't forget N equals 60. So 12 plus 2, 14, plus 16, that is 30. 30 N is equals to 60. N will be equals to 60 divided by 30. So N is equals to 2. Now, if N is equals to 2, the molecular formula will then be CH2O N, and N is equals to 2. So 2 times 1, because we have 1 atom of carbon, we give C2. 2 times 2, 2 atoms of oxygen, that is 2 atoms of hydrogen. 2 times 2, that is C2H4. 2 times 1, 1 atom of oxygen times 2 here, that is 2. So the molecular formula is C2H4O2 and the empirical formula is CH2O. Thank you for listening. Book the Tutors for your personalized online chemistry, mathematics, and biology classes at an affordable price. Follow the Tutors for daily chemistry and mathematics content. Follow, like, and share. Bye. See you next time.